How you going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks to those who noticed the name change. It is now Alan J. Brooks. It's been in the works for a while, just changing the name. Should have been done months ago. Since I'm on this channel just as much as Jay, and I've always been a part of the channel, just more behind the scenes. And I used to do all the commentary back in the day, but that was exhausting after a while, doing that for every video. So yeah, now I'm partaking in front of the camera too, and in the last video I did a digital composite. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I said I was going to do more, and 2 days later, hey, I've done another one. This time I wanted to do something a bit different. So you remember that mural that Jay did of me? He made me into a Greek god. Well, I'm already a Greek god, come on, let's be honest. He painted the real me underneath all these layers of fat, and he's exposed me in front of everyone, so I'm not complaining. It's not the worst picture to expose people to. So yeah, I thought I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna make my own more realistic one. So this is only my second proper attempt at a serious composite, and I'll admit I did struggle at times. I was lost. It was just like a big puzzle put together, as I said in the last video. So yeah, at times I was like, fuck, I don't think I'm actually capable of doing this. But in the end we got there. I am happy with the final product. Yes, it can be better, and I do want to get better. So that's the goal, to get better and better and better, where it's second nature. So I'm still learning certain tools, certain functions, and yeah, but for my second composite, I'm pretty happy with it. And yeah, let's start and I'll talk you through the edit. So there's the mural of me, and here's a picture I took for Jay to use for the mural. Guys, I was bulking during the stage, so please don't judge. Although I have lost a bit of weight, but yeah, my chest looks decent, but yeah, there we go. So yeah, wipe out the body because we don't want to show that off. I just looked up 8-pack abs. I wanted 8-pack. There's probably more than 8 there, but fuck, I lost count. Yeah, so I'm just working out how I can blend my body into that body. So obviously the photo with the abs has completely different lighting. There's harsh shadows and harsh highlights, where mine looks more neutral. Taking it in front of a well-lit window, and that gives more of a soft, more rounded look. So yep, now I'm getting the arms. So I was literally just putting limbs on limbs on limbs together, which made it a lot challenging because every different body part had different lighting and different sizes, but you know, it was all experiment. Right now, I was thinking, wow, it's actually blending in pretty well. And yeah, it just motivated me to keep going. I realized, wow, I can probably actually do this. Yeah, and then both arms are way too identical and symmetrical, so that wasn't gonna be, that's nowhere near the final product. I'm still seeing if I can blend it in properly and make it work. So right now I wasn't sure if I was even going to finish it. I was still seeing if it can work. So I duplicated the right pec and then flipped it to make it symmetrical. And this body has to be perfect. If I'm going to make it from scratch, it has to be perfect. Now I'm trying to get the robes. It took me a while to find a Zeus robe that kind of looks like Jay's, and this one was cartoon, so I was like, maybe I can make this work. The very dark lighting on it, so I needed to play around with some of the highlights and shadows on it. I'll do that later, but right now it's a mess. I'm just putting body parts together. I'm like fucking Frankenstein over here. I'm making a monster, a beautiful monster. Then this is my first time attempting at doing something like this, just extending the robe. Right now, it's not going to look good at all. I was just, once again, seeing if I can make it work. So you're just getting pieces from the skirt, or is that a skirt? Whatever, the bottom half of the robe, and trying to stitch it on together like I'm my grandmother making a dress. Shout out to my grandmother who makes me nice dresses sometimes, all the time. Yeah, just warping it together. After I finished it, I actually realized, oh, there was another way I could have done it, but yeah, I'll just leave it as it is right now. And look at this sassy Greek god. That's a bad costume. I only wanted the legs off that Greek god, so thought the legs fitted Jay's painting quite well. And yeah, obviously the legs, once again, different lighting, so I'm gonna have to play around with it. And right now I really look like, I don't know what I look like. Everything's just different, like proportions and a bit weird, but hey, it's coming together slowly. We have a full body. We are now 100% able. I was looking for a big spatula or Zeus weapon. I wouldn't say the spatula, but wait, spatulas are nothing like a spatula. All right, now I wanted the arm holding something, because he can't just be holding it like that. He needs a proper grip. After all, he is Zeus, or Luke, Zeus, whatever. Yep, cut a little hole in the hand and shove my weapon through. Now, my weapon was quite cartoonish. I realized that after, but I just thought if it didn't look good at the end, I'll change it, but you know, it kind of worked. Now I'm comparing the difference. The skin tone is still off, so I thought maybe I could paint a bit of the skin tone on it. Just, you know, it's all trial and error. I've done this when I've retouched people's faces in portraits, so I thought maybe I can make it work, and it kind of worked. It made the skin tone blend in a bit better. Yeah, now the shadows on the face, I just have trouble working out where the shadows go, so it just took me a while. And yeah, I found this little technique to blend in the shadow, make it a consistent, nice spread. Now it looks like I got punched in the eye, not for the first time. Yeah, shadows in the ears. I was just finding places shadows can go. Yeah, that's one thing I really have to get better at, just the shadows and highlights, because that's the thing that makes it really look realistic. And yeah, self-admittedly, I know I have to get better at that, and that's why I'm practicing. Practice. Now, I need more harsh highlights on the face, because the body, there's such harsh highlights. So I need to kind of match it together, and that's what I was trying to do. And yeah, it's coming together. It really is coming together. My face looks dirty, if anything, but yeah, trying to find more shadows and putting the chest together. I forgot what a proper chest looks like, so I had to go on Google and look up a proper chest and see where the shadows will go. Now just a bit of shadows on the crown. Now I realized the back of the robe wasn't there, so I quickly made myself one like a grandmother once again, and I think that came out pretty decent once I worked out all the lighting and the shadows and highlights. Now there's got to be shadows on the legs, since most of it's covered. There's not going to be a lot of light getting to it. And now the nice thunderbolts. Now it's getting fun making the background. I was a bit worried with how the background would go. I had no idea if it would even, you know, look decent, but I think it came together pretty well, and I was able to find similar pieces to what Jay used. Maybe he used the same pieces, I don't know, but yeah, it looks pretty good. The floorboard looks decent. I don't know if they had floorboards like that back then, but doesn't really matter. Just the shadows to blend in the floorboards and the wall kind of thing. More shadows. Yeah, I was starting to look at it now. I'm like, well, it's not too bad. Because at some stages I was like, I'm just gonna scratch it. I can't actually do this. Like, I'm way in over my head right now. It's only my second composite, but now it's looking, I wouldn't say realistic. It still looks like a painting, but a more realistic painting compared to Jay's, which obviously that's going to be the case since I used real photos, some cartoons, but yep, now I'm just adding some atmosphere, some particles, some dust particles, just to make it look a bit more lively. And then I realized, fuck, I forgot the tattoos. I I only left the tattoo on my shoulder, and then I'm like, yes, I'm done. Then half an hour I look, I'm like, fuck, the tattoos. Like, I have tattoos. I was thinking about, no, I'll just leave it, who cares? But then I'm like, no, just do it, get it done. So I warped my arm onto it, blended it in with a nice multiply on the arm, reduced the size of my biceps. I was a bit upset about that. Yeah, now the chest pieces, I can't even remember what that tattoo says. If you can't, you must. If you must, you can. I don't know. I got it when I was 17. I just wanted anything on me, like fucking slap it on me. I don't care what it is, just slap it on me. And The Lion King, still kind of like that. Have a love-hate relationship. Sometimes I'm like, why have I got fucking Simba on my chest? The other times I'm like, but it's my favorite movie. I love it. But yeah, and we're done. Yeah, so that's it. Looking back at it, there's a few different things I do. Obviously, there's a lot, I have to get a lot better at highlights and shadows, but it is what it is. I'm pretty happy with it for now. And yeah, now we have Jay's painting and my attempt at it on computer digitally. So, yep. All right, guys, that's it for today. There's going to be more, plenty more, because it's pretty fun. It's a fun thing to do for me right now, and I want to get better. So once I want to get better at something, I need to. About a year ago, or no, about 8 months ago, I was starting on sports graphics, and once I got into it, I didn't stop, and yeah, I ended up making hundreds of sports graphics, and slowly got bored of it. So it's fun to have new challenges and to push yourself and go outside the box, which I did with this. It was a big task, but I think I succeeded, and it's only up from here. I want to get better. I want it to look more realistic, and I want to know Photoshop back and front. So yeah, that's my goal. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thank you to all our patrons. You guys are amazing. It's a new month, so naturally we're going to lose some patrons. We lost 2, so goodbye to our fallen soldiers, but can't wait to get more. So
is there something else I can help with?
Yeah, just shutting the fuck up.
I don't know how to respond to that.
That's what I thought. Sorry guys, just my girlfriend. You can become a patron at www.patreon.com/jbrooks, and we post exclusive content, early access content there all the time. So please join us. It really supports us and goes a long way, especially because we're not making a lot with monetization right now. But yeah, so everything counts, and your support is greatly appreciated. You can buy our prints also at www.alanjbrooks.com, and there's a whole gallery of different prints, different sizes, so check it out, and we'll see you in the next video. So Jay's still in Darwin. He'll be back next week, I think. I don't know, he bought a one-way ticket, so I'm not even sure if he'll ever be back again. All right, yeah, so I'm gonna cry. No, I have to sneeze, come on. All right, whew. And yeah, no, I'm not wearing any pants, believe it or not. All right, see you in the next video. Goodbye.